Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Supernatural Files, where we dive into the unexplained and the supernatural realm itself. Well, today we are going to venture into the very frightening and very soul-sucking, known as the succubus, where they have been confused to be sort of like a siren where they lure men into their lair, and what happens next is different from what a siren does. It's because the succubus itself sucks the life and soul out of the human. So let's strap on and go into the succubus's realm itself. Succubus is a supernatural or demon entity in folklore. In female form, it appears to seduce men in their dreams, usually through sexual activity. The succubi are sought after women that men lust for, unlike their male counterparts, the incubi. Though sometimes the succubus has bat-like wings or demonic features such as horns, a tail, a hooven foot, or fangs. According to religious traditions, repeated sexual activities with the succubus can cause poor physical or mental health, resulting in even death. In modern representation, a succubus is often portrayed as a seductress, beautiful women, or enchantress, rather than a demonic creature. The male counterpart to the succubus is the incubus, as depicted in the Jewish mythical treatise Zohar and the Jewish medieval text alphabet of Ben, Sarah, and Lilith. And Adam. Lilith was Adam's first wife, who later became a succubus. She left Adam and refused to go to the Garden of Eden after she mated with the archangel Samael. In Zoharistic Kabbalah, there were 4 succubi who mated with Samael. They were the 4 original queens of the demons: Lilith, Isith, Akret Bat Malat. 4th, Nama. A succubus may take form of a beautiful young girl, but closer inspection may reveal deformities of her body, like such as bird-like claw or serpentine tail. Folklore also describes the act of cunnilingus on their vulvas, which drip urine and other fluids. In later folklore, a succubus took the form of a siren. Throughout history, priests and rabbis, Hanina ben Doza and Abaya, tried to curb the power of the succubus over the humans. However, not all succubus are malevolent. According to the Walter map in the satire De Nogis Curriculum, Trifles of Courtiers, Pope Sylvester II was allegedly involved with a succubus named Mary Donna, who helped him achieve his high rank in the Catholic Church. Before he died, he confessed to his sins. Now that we've gotten into the history, let's get into the different succubus that have been documented throughout history. The first being the Lilith. According to Jewish folklore, the Lilith is the first daughter of Lilith and Adam, engineered while she was still Adam's wife. They are demons, with the function of that being of a succubus. Also, mothers feared the attack of the Lilith because they are said to also kidnap children like Lilith. The next one is the Alu. They are the offspring of the succubus itself. In Akkadian mythology, they were a race of monstrous and faceless demons that destroyed all they could capture. They were endangered during a men sleep with Liludo, or one of her demon servants, when the man who endangered them was about to die, they surrounded his bed, waiting for the moment during which they could take their father's soul, petting his travel to the underworld and making of him an errant spirit, feared by all the living creatures. The last one we're going to talk about is the Lamia. A related subject to the succubus is the Lamia from Old English stories. The Lamia was said to be a beautiful spirit that would wander in the graveyards, who draws men to their deaths. She would lie in wait for a naive victim, looking as if she would need some help in some way. Legend has it that if you see a woman in a graveyard that needs some help, you are supposedly to call out to her, for the Lamia cannot answer back, since she only has snakes as tongues and can only hiss. According to the Malleus Maleficarum, which is known as the Witch's Hammer, written by Heinrich Kramer in 1486, succubus collect semen from the men they seduce. Incubi, or male succubus, or male demons, use the semen to impregnate human females, thus explaining how the demons themselves can have children, despite the traditional belief that they were incapable of reproducing. Children so begotten, cambions, were supposed to be those that were born deformed or more susceptible to supernatural influences. While the book does not describe why a human female impregnated with the semen of a human male would not produce regular human offspring, an explanation could be that the semen is altered before being transferred to the female host. However, in some lore, the child is born deformed because the conception was unnatural. Well, I don't know about you guys, but next time I see a beautiful lady, I might just have to examine real closely to see if there are any deformities before I get my life and my semen sucked right out of me. If you made it this far in the video, be sure to hit the red subscribe button down below, thumbs up, click the notification bell to always on so you are notified whenever we go into another different realm of the supernatural world. And I'm going to get out of here before a succubus comes and sucks this life and soul out of me. I'll see you guys on the next one. There's my ride. Let's go. Vengeful Spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Supernatural Files. We'll dive into where these spirits have something left unsaid and unsettled when they are dead. And that's what turns them into vengeful spirit, because if something is left unsaid or unfinished, it eats at their soul and corrupts the soul, turns from the afterlife to seek revenge for a cruel, unnatural ghosts of individuals who have not been given a proper burial. Rarely ever comes back as another ghost, and possibly perpetrating a cycle of revenge, are likewise extremely slim in fiction.